Live.
Mm.
That new business with C3PO is a bit of a strange one, like, isn't it?
Hold on there now. Let me find you. So we're live, are we?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, lovely. Let me find where we are. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our live chat.
Yep.
Now, so yes, we have some exciting new Mandela effects and the like. And yeah, do you want to start off there, Matthew? And
Yeah, I'll start. Right. This whole business with C3PO at the moment is driving me bonkers.
no, I can't hear you. Hold on one
There
second.
you go. How about that? Well, he did have a gold foot, but now it's all silver. Don't know why. I just find that very bizarre at the moment. That's just happened to me, I would say, this afternoon, about 2 o'clock, when somebody else pointed it out to me and he says, does that leg foot silver again? I said, what? Yeah, so it is. Stuff like that. That's just what drives me bonkers. You know what I mean, Mark? You know, when it flip flops.
I do, because I've been looking at that for God knows how long, or maybe whoever now. Yeah, somebody knows, I'm sure, how long I've been looking at it. But I've always been looking for the residue, so I've always been looking for the gold version of him. You know, not looking at the whole, okay, he's got a silver leg, all right, no worries. And I have seen the silver leg, silver foot, silver leg, and it does flip-flop around. And I haven't been paying much attention to the silver leg because it's a silver fucking leg. It shouldn't be there. Why should I look at it? I should be looking for the gold leg. That's
it. I mean, undeniable, he has a toy.
Yeah, I've got a toy with him all silver. He's all silver there, silver leg. But depending on what
But you know, it's like, you know, it's the gold foot there, on the other picture. It's just, it just looks so weird now. To me, I remember that on the movies. Now the foot is completely silver now in the movies as well.
That's a weird one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's weird.
I sent you a photograph today of the one with them all got, but I think that might depend on the what's it called, the manufacturer of the toy.
I don't think it is.
No, but
there's another one.
The movie is totally different.
There's another one.
Wow.
I mean, gold foot still in place on all the toys, and it's like, what the hell is that all about? You know, I clearly recall a gold foot in the movies. Now, just we watched some highlights of it with just C3PO, so I can catch anything, and sure enough, it's all silver now.
Wow. Wow.
I think that happened on about 2 o'clock this afternoon, I think. I couldn't be sure about that. And that's when it happened. Somebody else pointed it out to me, and it was correct. The foot is now silver. You know, but you know, that is just messed up. Totally messed up. I mean, I've got loads of stuff. Yeah, there's one from you, Mark. Where he's all gold.
I'm just in the chat. My pics of him in Chariot of Ewok vintage. I still see gold foot. I sent. Hi Brian, how are you? Welcome to the show. I sent you that photograph actually. Matthew, that one as well, of him in the Chariot when he's with the Ewoks. He does have a gold foot, I think.
Yeah.
But it does seem to flip flop around. That photograph, I don't know. That might be from one of his later movies.
Yeah, but still, it's all gold, you know what I mean? But that's how we all remember it before the new movies came out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
it's definitely flip flopping around, and then with the poor chap getting all the wires, he must have got rewired because all the wires in his belly went different colours.
Yeah, he's falling apart.
At the top of his between his torso and his arm, his ears are going crazy. You know, his ears are dropping. His head looks a bit weird as well. His eyes seem to be changing colour as well. Maybe he's going to turn into the god that he thinks he is. You know, because remember, maybe I think I'm a god.
Yeah. But he keeps adding new bits to himself, doesn't he? You know.
Hey, but Mike's better. Yeah, I'm just reading the chapters. Like, I went out and bought a new mic today, folks. So yes, I might sound a little bit Better. You do not realise the last show we done with I was just talking to Matthew about this before we come on. The last show we done with Blaze, fair play for Blaze coming on. I end up speaking for 2 hours 40 minutes and no one heard a word I said. I'm like, God damn! I've just told everyone my theories and I'm just basically sitting in the room talking to myself without the computer on. That's what I do anyway. But yeah. It's worth this actually headset cost me 0 pence, which is great.
That's always a good.
That one there is. Let me just put this on full screen if I can. How the hell do I put this on full screen? If I just go into there and double tap it, anyway, it doesn't matter.
There you go. There's gold legs.
Gold legs. Yeah, there's so many gold legs. I went through my phone and sent you so much cartoon residue of.
Yeah.
And the ones that I sent on my phone from to you earlier on, I haven't looked at for ages. They're really old posts. So if you want to go through them and see if you can find the silver leg, because some of them are for the movies as well. Or the silver foot plus the gold leg, or the gold foot and plus the silver leg. You know, it does seem to be going all over the place. You know, with this fella, it's for C-3PO, and then we had R2D2 got extra wires and all that kind of stuff.
There's something else I've noticed about C-3PO as well. Mm-hmm. Look at his knees.
Oh, that little yoke on his knee.
Yeah, they've got like some weird
antenna type of things, aren't they?
Yeah,
sort of upside down antennas. I think they came out in were they not in the newer movie?
No, they weren't.
Well, were they not?
No,
because I have a picture.
This disappeared for me. I don't know what.
What's her name? Natalie Portman. So it's him standing beside Natalie Portman, and he looks totally.
He's all gold, mate.
Yeah, but he's got the red arm in it. The one I have, the one I sent.
No, that was Star Wars 7.
Yeah, but he's got all them antennas on him, which you would have changed. But I don't know. That could when was that? When did that toy come out? That one that you got?
I'm not too sure, but apparently he's worth about $500. Apparently.
Is he?
Oh, yes.
Well, I wonder how much my toy is worth. My one's got a white hand. Mine's got a white hand, a silver leg, a backpack on. He's got something like looks like an infinity gauntlet on the other hand. So
probably is. He probably stole it for Thanos.
Maybe he did. Maybe just he jumped in and said, "I'm taking that, man."
Yeah,
and changed my reality. You know, maybe that's what it could be.
Thanos just ignoring him when he was on the battlefield because he was harmless. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he just go around and he pinches it.
There's a Helen Skygazer. Hi, Helen. Listen, I want to say what an amazing show you done last night on Brian Stevely's channel. Oh wow, I have trouble watching videos for a certain amount of time, but I tuned in for 2 hours and man, it blew my mind. Wow, that was an amazing show. Sorry if no one caught that show, please go over to Brian Stevely's channel and check.
Yeah, it was a good show, Brian.
Helen and himself just blew my mind. I had to turn it off and revamp for a little bit. Like Jesus, and then for the rest of the night I was thinking, okay, what would I say if I was being interviewed? And I went to bed around 2:00 and I didn't go to sleep until 5:00, answering all these questions in my head. I probably should have took my tablets before I went to bed, but sure didn't. But it was a great show, man. Absolutely amazing. Please do go check it out if you haven't already seen it. You know, and Brian Stevely was who doesn't want to get interviewed by him? Wow, he's just got there. You should be on TV, man. You know, or you should charge for therapy sessions. I'd sit down with you every week and talk theories with you. Definitely.
I just put Fox News.
Fox News. Do you know what I was thinking? So the ESP, or ES, that people have
extra sensory perception and all that stuff.
No, and then you have the news in America called ESPN. I wonder if there's a connection with that. Is that what they call it? ESPN. It's a news channel, isn't it? Or is it's a channel on America in America? ESPN.
Yeah, we've got the sports channel here as well, ESPN as well.
Is that what it is? Is that what it is? I knew I was on TV somewhere. I wonder.
Yeah, it's one of the 600 plus channels that nobody watches. You know what I mean?
I do, like Eurosport.
Yeah, it's like I think it's one after that.
Is that like close to Babe Station? One of them up high in the tower?
Yeah, let's not go into that one.
No, anyway. Hi, Dominic. Hi, Ellen. How are you? Welcome to the chat. I suppose I better comment on the chat. Hi, folks. I'm using one device tonight. I'm not using 10 devices. Shit, one with a microphone on it that doesn't work, another device for residue. I'm using one, so you have my undivided attention.
Yep.
Maybe but at the end of it, you're probably going, no, I don't want your undivided attention, man. You're wrecking my head. Oh, excuse me.
It's all right.
It's all right. It's all right. So, what else have you got in regards of the gold foot?
Well, that's all I've got so far, but
excuse me.
there's going to be loads more in the future, and no doubt I'll see it in a shop somewhere with the gold foot on C3PO. You know what I mean? That's going to be weird as hell to see.
Yeah, you're going. Well, what I'll do is when I get something in my mind, I don't know what it is. It's when you're out hunting residue or whatever, you just tend to. I try not to take in too much information about it. All right, this is what it is. He's all gold, and I go find him all gold. I don't want to find out why he's all gold. Well, I didn't then at the time. Now I do.
Yeah, that's it. Aye.
But if I get too much information, I find out it just confuses me a bit more, and I can't find it. So if I just have information, just enough information, I just go find that one bit of residue. I don't know how I do it. It's just weird.
I just find. If you don't look for it, it'll just come to you, and in some surprising places. You know what I mean? It's just earlier today, I had the William Shakespeare book.
Yes.
Some daft bugger is actually written in wrong.
Well, written what wrong?
William Shakespeare, his name.
Oh yes,
wrong.
That's you posted that today. Yeah.
Yeah, never I found Tony really like 100+ years old book. Complete works of Shakespeare, and they've got his name down wrong.
So that's with an E now, without the E. It's with the E now, isn't it?
Yeah, he signed it without the E.
Yeah. So, well, maybe I don't know. Maybe that might be a. I don't know. That is a weird one. They were talking about that last night. That is a weird one. That he's it's got an E in it now. All right.
No, I was checking out for the balcony scene in Romeo and Juliet, which is scene 2, act 2, and I couldn't find that one either. And then I noticed the name change on his signature.
Right. I went into his theatre in London there a while ago. Remember we were looking for that? Yeah, and I sent you a clip of that. I found it on I don't know. I tried to put it online because it was on my phone, but it didn't.
He's still in like. Not yet,
but it's in some movies. I couldn't. It is in some books somewhere as well. But I went into the actual his theater. What's the Dome Theater? It's not actually the one. It was because obviously the one was burned down a couple of years ago. So it's the one that's in the same grounds. And there's a picture of him on the wall, a silhouette of him on the wall, and it says Shakespeare on it. But I can't remember if I can find it or not. But I don't know if it does have an E on the end of it.
Poor Yorick, I knew him well. Horatio. That was the line.
Yeah, where he's holding the what's it called? The skull or whatever.
It was a skull.
Yeah. I wonder if that skull could you see right through the eyeballs?
Who knows? We'll never know.
Yeah. Wow, that's interesting. All right, that's interesting.
But the line now goes is, "Poor Yorick, I knew him."
And that's it. Poor Yorick, I knew him. No.
Yeah. And the ghost he refers to is his dead father.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a word for you.
All right. Okay. I'm now I'm getting dual memories on the clip I sent you because I sent it, the one I sent you is from the film Wolf.
Yeah.
It's got, Antonio Banderas in it and what's his name? Fucking that English actor. That's Hello Clarice. Him.
Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah, the two of them are in it. So there's a scene in that where he has a dream scene where he goes, Yorick, I knew him so well. So that's there is residue out there for that, all right. But
I'll find you'll find there's loads of it just knocking around all over the place. So
you know what? what's coming up a lot lately. That I've noticed the lion and the leopard, the lion and the leopard, the lion and the lamb. There's
Yeah,
so much residue of that coming up now that wasn't there for ages. There was
that's true.
Isaiah 11:6, or was it 11:6? Yeah,
11:6 Isaiah or Isaiah, depending on the translation you're using.
So you always had the picture of the wolf, it always says Isaiah 11:6, but you had the picture of the lion and the lamb, but it actually said the wolf will dwell with the lamb. Now there's loads of pictures of the lion will lay with the lamb, and it says the lion will lay with the lamb as well, which is so much residue. Do you think this is?
I did some more research on that one, and appears to be Judah is the lamb, is the god to the Hebrews, I think, and that's where the lion comes from, and the Lamb of God comes from, apparently.
The Lion of Judea. Yeah, there's a YouTube channel called the Lion of Judea. I'm probably saying that wrong. Judah, whatever it is.
Judah.
Judah. I say Judea, you say Judah. I say tomato, you say tomato, whatever it is. It's all the same. It's spelled the same. It's just different pronunciation.
Yeah. Well, like I says, I've got like a really old Bible from 1600 AD, the Latin Vulgate, the Doi version.
Okay, hold on. Let me have a look at that. What AD?
1600 AD.
First century AD, the Latin version, yeah? Yeah,
the Latin Vulgate Doi version, the Roman Catholic. Okay. It's got some weird wordings on that. It's got like words like globe in it on 40.22 verse, and it's like, here I sitteth on a globe of the earth, which doesn't make sense, because the way I say it, globe actually means circulus in English from Latin, which to me, which is quite strange word to use in that particular sentence, always being circle or something else, But
is he not meant to dwell on earth with us as we walk around? He's not meant to be beside us all the time, like that famous poem that 2 footprints in the sand or whatever, and I can't remember the actual one where I can't remember what it was. I'm on your back or you're on my back or something like that. There's some sort of famous,
better not dwell on it. Yeah, that's what you're saying.
I picked up just talking about Bibles. I picked up a Bible there the other day, because I tend to pick up Bibles when I see them. I have over 20 Bibles. I don't know why I have them, but I have them anyway. But it's just how the Bible come to us, right? Translations of the Bible, right? And this is interesting. 3rd century BC, right? Why is it 3rd century? Why would the Bible be out in Greek before Christ?
That's it.
That's
never was.
I found this Bible. It's what one is it? Whose version is it? It's the Holy Bible. Let me see what version it is. I don't know what version.
It's the latest Holy Scriptures.
I've got the authorized version by John Sterling. Yeah,
there you go.
The British and Foreign Bible Society. That's okay. That's the one you have. Okay.
There is one who dwells above the circle of the earth. Now that makes more sense rather than just sitting on it.
Dwells before this. Say that again. I can't read that because it's so. Go on. No, because my screen is so small.
There is one who dwells above the circle of the earth.
Okay.
Now above, that makes a lot more sense than here I sit on top of the circle of the earth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It makes a lot more sense. I just find that more meaningful than just somebody just sitting there,
just sitting there looking at us, going, poking at us, going, okay, let's see if I can get it. Do you know what? Let me see if I can find this for you. I just want to read this out to you. I found something the other day. I posted it as I always do, because I'm just fucking weird like that. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Which sort of sums up religion for me in one go. We're all talking about religion and this, that, and other, because we're all spiritual beings, which we are. We all know in our guts and in our bones, in our DNA and whatever. We all come from the same place. We all get confused because it is what it is. It's all it's a lie. So we all get confused in this lie. But I put this out here the other day. Some of you might have already seen it, but it sums up the whole religion thing in kind of one little sort of short paragraph. So let me read it out to you. Eskimo. said to the priest, "If I did not know about God and sin, would I go to hell?" The priest turns around and goes, "No, not if you did not know." He said, "Well, the Eskimo turns around and says, well, why the fuck did you tell me then?" That kind of sums it up. So, if you get what I'm saying, if you didn't know about God and sin, would I go to hell? No, if you didn't know, say, why did you tell me? So that's just goes to show that religion, or what they've made in religion, or what they're making of religion, is
Yeah.
just create fear and create this
Yeah,
and create
control,
that.
control.
That's it, control. Yeah, exactly. So
Think,
I thought that kind of resonates with me a little bit. That well, if I
think
didn't know,
about it.
yeah.
When you're very young, you're totally going to whatever religion your parents going to. Am I right? You don't.
Well, yeah, you're born into it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're born into it, basically, aren't you? So you have no choice. I was born and raised as a Roman Catholic, but you know, so
Yeah.
my Bible's a Catholic one.
I have.
So
I have. Let me see. What one is this? What Bible is this? Hold on. Let me see what is. What I don't know what is. Which one is it? The Old Testament, New Testament. Let me see what version it is. The Third Jubilee of the British Foreign Bible Society published. I don't know. It's one of them anyway. Published in Great Britain anyway. That's that one. I have the Quran. I have the Catholic version. I have the Hebrew version. I have all sorts, but they're all translated to English. But I have so many different versions. I also have one from 1888, but that's in a friend's house, and it's massive. Because
I can believe it because they really like the old books like when
it was like leather, and I'd say the cover of it was about an inch thick of leather, and it had these brass things on it so you could lock it. So it was one of them ones where they would have left on the altar, where they locked it at night time and then went off and these priests, drinking the wine and all that shit.
That's sure. That's just to make sure no one could go in and tamper the words of the Bible.
Yeah. Well, yeah, maybe so. I don't know, but it was massive. It's even heavy. But a friend of mine has it in her house, and it's got some lovely illustrations. Now I took a photograph, and I went straight when it came in. I went straight for Isaiah 11:6 because that's what was on my head, and it does say the wolf will dwell with the lamb rather than for fuck's sake. Anyway, sorry for
there's an extra line in that on the Latin Vulca. It goes something like, "The sheep will."
Hold on, I
lay down with the.
I have it here in my hand. I don't know why I'm holding
the lion. Actually, that's what it says.
Right here, 11. Where are we going? Isaiah 11. Isaiah 11. There we go. Why am we going to 11? That's 10. Where the fuck is 11? 11. Okay, 11:6. Let me see what it says in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lay down with the kid, and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and the little child shall lead them, and the cow and the bear shall feed their young ones. Lay down, and then it also goes, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox. Okay, so that's 6, 7, and 8.
Anyway,
let me put that.
That's the full verse of it.
That's the full verse. That's in that Bible. But if I go for another Bible, I'm not going to put it because it's over there. But if I go for another Bible, it's different. It'll be different.
It's different translations. Yeah, again,
Give me 1 second, see if I can pick up another Bible.
I'll just see what it says in my latest edition. Excuse me, folks. He's just getting stuff.
Hold on, I'm back. I don't have a big room. Let me see what this one said. Now, this one is the New World Translation of the Holy Scriptures and References. Okay, let me see what this is. Isaiah. Does it even have Isaiah in this one? Ezekiel, Jeremy, Isaiah 11:6. Right now. Now let's do it for 11:6. Why does it go small? And the wolf will hold on there. Okay, so this is wolf and lamb signal 2 nations. That's what it says at the top of it, right? Now, and the wolf will actually reside for a while with the male lamb, and with the kid, the leopard itself will lay down, and the calf and the young lion. and the well-fed animal all together, and a mere little boy will be the leader over them. That's a different fucking version. So I'm not even
Hundreds
gonna.
of.
There's
I'll,
loads of versions of it. Yeah,
I'll read you this version. Like what it says here,
yeah, go for
11:6.
it.
The wolf will reside away with the lamb, and the young goat and the leopard will lie down, and the calf and the lion and the fattened animal will all be together, and the little boy will lead them.
Yeah, it's so yeah. I asked a few friends that are priests, and I asked them for translations, and it was I said to him, I probably shouldn't have preempted him. And I said, listen, is it lost in translation before I let him answer? And he says yes, and I'm like, okay, please elaborate, but you didn't. And I do send him I sent him the odd one of well, why is this changed and why is this changed, and it's all to do. He also always comes back and goes, it's to do with translations. I'm like, okay, but
BS.
it's weird. I don't know. We were talking about this during the week. You know, when you put pictures up and people are automatically tagged.
Yes, that's kind of weird.
That's happening now on Facebook a lot, right? So you put a picture up, someone else is tagged in it. They haven't even tagged them, and it happens to be my friend that is the priest that gets tagged.
It just happens to be Helen there when I keep popping up.
Some of them actually have Helen in it as well. I don't know why that is. It's weird because when I start looking at when I was posting one of them on my when I was using my laptop, you know the way it searches for a face in the picture, and it says, who is this or whatever. And it came up. There wasn't even a face in it. It was one of them. It was just a picture of, spreading joy and love. It had no face in it, and it was searching all over. And then it came up. Helen's name came up. I was like, why is it tagging Helen in it? I'm like, wow, that's so weird. But and then it's just some people are getting that a lot in the last couple of days, which is
yes. I've got a theory about that. I think it's Facebook themselves revving up the AI detection or something, you know what I mean? Facebook security and all that stuff.
Yeah. See who's but then
doing naughty and nice.
You're not being nice at all. Let me just read a few of the comments there. Just Rob Stoner. Hi, Rob Stoner. How are you? The main thing is just to be nice, to be a nice person. Yes, I definitely. God may or not be real. I'm open-minded to the possibilities and respect all options. Yes, opinions. Sorry. Yes. Same here, man. If it is, it is. If it is, I kind of call it the source. I don't know why, because I'm a movie buff. I always call it the source. Whether you want to call it a god or you want to call it
higher power.
A higher power or whatever, I just call it the source, and that'll be the simple as, So if I ever talk about the source, that's what I mean by the source.
Like I said, I do believe in a higher power, but religion, no, because that's created by man to keep us locked down.
Oh yeah, definitely. Religions cause more wars than anything else.
That's true.
It's caused more deaths than anything else, and as even that, just what I meant. Sorry,
Crusades.
Just what I said earlier on about the religion. If you didn't know it was a sin, you wouldn't go to hell. Well, why fucking tell me that it's a sin then? That's kind of sums it up for me. So that's the powers that be just kind of telling us, all right, what you're doing now is a sin. You're going to go to hell for it. But who cares? If you didn't tell me, I wouldn't know. What's the point in telling me? And even if you did tell me, that's you telling me that it's a sin. You don't know it's a sin. You're just making it a sin because you think it's a sin. We're all going to go to wherever we need to go, to the next place or the next realm or wherever we need to go to in our own realities. Maybe we're all making our own realities, as we
go along.
As we go along, and when we disappear off this mortal coil or whatever you want to call it, we're going to end up in our own realities, and we're going to start again, and you're going to start getting memories back, and you're going to go, okay, this is quantum immortality or whatever. That's another word I want to talk to you about. Quantum. Everyone is using the word quantum. And everything, you put quantum in front of something and it says, oh, look, what's this all about? But, if you look at the word quantum, what does it mean? Let me see, what does it mean? I should have probably... I probably should have... hold on, let me see. Quantum. What does it mean? If you put it in front of something, the physical quantum is the minimum amount of any physical entity. Oh, God, in physics. Yeah, I don't even want to go there.
Pure energy, basically.
Yeah, basically, yeah, but everyone seems to put quantum in front of everything. Even I've noticed it was funny. I noticed the other day an advert for washing powder, and it has quantum washing. What is it? Quantum washing abilities. I'm like, what?
No, I've seen something more sillier than that. Quantum quilts, tissue
Quantum quilt?
paper.
What the fuck, man? They're all joining in on this quantum thing, ain't they?
Yeah, I think it's good. It's going to be the next.
That comes from, I don't know if you've seen that
It's toilet paper.
Geordie Rose lad or whatever his name is, about quantum computers and taking information with these quantum computers all over the place from alternative realities or parallel universes and whatever. So he openly says in this, he does a TED talk, he does an open stage talk. But he could be just stood there as a stooge and just told, listen, we have made this computer, it's absolutely great. I don't know where the information is coming from, but I think they just had a gap. And all these computers are made in secret. And someone said, we're not going fast enough. We're not getting everyone online fast enough. It's not going into this, I suppose, what would you call it? If you want to call, we're all feeding the beast, because every bit of information that we're putting in, it's getting their intelligence, because it's, we're all programmed. Facebook is a program that goes with your addictions, and it's part of it's programmed that way. So whatever you like or whatever you look at, even the camera on your iPhone or whatever, it looks at your eye movement and even sees exactly what you're staring at and what part of the screen you're staring at, and next minute it'll come up on your feed. But what my theory on that is that maybe what's happened is this whole, let's get into this AI thing, and we're all going to feed this fucking artificial intelligence brains that we're all bloody feeding into, because God knows where all this information is going. It's going somewhere. But it wasn't happening quick enough. So do you know what? Because there are thousands and thousands of years ahead of us anyway in technology. They don't let us know.
Yeah.
Maybe they just upgraded and said, everyone's gone in this alternative universe, so let's use a word, quantum. Let's pretend we're taking this information from a different fucking universe, but we're actually getting it from here, and we're pretending to get it from somewhere else, because it was upgraded so quickly and so fast that it couldn't possibly go from, let me see, what was the one that said that it took 3 minutes to work out a question that would have took over 10,000 years. And that was the Google quantum computer, and that was about maybe 3 or 4 months ago. Now, obviously, it happened 4 or 5 years ago. If they said it happened 3 or 4 months ago, but that's just one theory. I've thousands of theories on that as well. But
speaking of the eye tracking stuff, technology, I went to town the other day and had these monitors all over the place. For security cameras. And stuff like that. And I walked past one. I had to stop because there was a face tracking movement on it.
Okay, yeah, facial recognition shit.
Yeah, that's going on.
That's why I wear Spider-Man mask. That's just in case you think I have a face for radio. I do actually have a face for radio, everyone, but that's why I wear the Spider-Man mask when I'm doing my live feeds, because it does have facial recognition, and I don't want to be, not that I'm going to be shut down at no subscribers, but that's not that, and I'm not going to say anything weird, and even if I do, it doesn't matter. They're not. I just paranoid about technology, so that's why I wear that mask. It can see the contours of your face in it now, so I don't know who it's looking at, and it probably won't even pay attention. Oh, it's Spider-Man, so they move on to the next one. That's what I'm hoping. But then again, I don't know. I do know about the facial recognition cameras. They follow you around all over.
Yeah, like the place where I see it the most is Boots. In the major parts of the town and that. All the high tech stores. And they had loads of them. And I was like looking at it, and it was just like tracking my every movement. I was like, "Get away, blue box."
What were you wearing? Were you wearing a balaclava by any chance? Were you trying to?
No, I was just wearing my normal civic clothes. Smart attire, that stuff like that, and just getting me stuff that I needed, and I had all this really technology. And I was like, what the hell is all this about? I don't feel private enough. I dare not get my phone out. Otherwise I'll get arrested or something. It's just one of them things. I don't like it with his eyes everywhere.
Well, yeah, I'm the same. I'm just I'm just gonna go and have a quick chat with it. Well, no, I'm gonna have a chat. I'm just gonna read out some of the bits on the the chat. So hi, take the red pill. Thank you very much for tuning in. So her comment is Facebook is a DARPA project originally called LifeLog. Yeah, I'm not sure of the names of them, but yeah, I hear exactly what you're saying. It is definitely, in China, that there's actually groups that are now for people who are addicted to social media. So it's like Alcoholics Anonymous, but it's for social media people who are addicted.
Yeah.
And in China, it is recognized as an addiction. So
Yeah.
maybe that's what's going to happen in a couple of years, or maybe a couple of months.
Who knows?
Trying to launch it out here, but it's been recognized as an addiction for some people, and some people have to just totally get off it, like as if you're coming off drugs or coming off alcohol or off whatever. It's a case of you go to a meeting, you sit down, you talk about whatever your bits and pieces are, and it's recognized as an actual addiction because it is programmed like that. All the algorithms and all that kind of stuff on it, that it's programmed for you. Whatever you look at Facebook is programmed for you.
Yeah.
Everything you like and you click and you post or you repost, when you go back on Facebook, them posts are going to be there. I don't even, when I go onto my Facebook page now, I don't even see a lot of my family or friends posts. I only see this stuff that comes up that is to do with my groups, which is like a bit boring. In fairness, well, not boring, but it's a bit. It kind of pisses me off of it because I'd like to be able to see what my family and friends are doing, not just going on and going all
Yeah, and I've noticed that one as well.
For all this kind of crap, But it is what it is.
I would say I've got about 60 odd friends that I know personally, friends, family, and the other half I would say part of the Mandela effect community and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So.
Okay. Do you know what? Do you know how many friends I have?
How many?
None. Oh no, I'm only messing. I've one or two maybe, but I've obviously moved to England not long ago, about 3 or 4 years ago, and been in and out of a few places and whatever, and whatever journey I've been on, I'm very, I suppose. With the Mandela effect, I was kind of, my eyes were open to it at an early stage, and once I was, I suppose, let me see, how would I put this? Once I was affected, it was kind of, it took up most of my life, and I couldn't really talk about anything else because, it's like a dog with a bone, and like a lot of people say, it's hard to talk to someone that's not affected and get some sense out of them. Because it's like talking to what are they called, the NPRs or NPCs, that they're just
NPCs.
NPCs, they're dead from the neck up. But you just have the one answer, and you have to ask them the right question to get an answer out of them. And if you ask them the wrong question, you're just going to get the same answer out of them. It does affect your friends and stuff like that. There is certain things you can't talk about in front of your friends, but I don't really get that much. And when I do go out, I do tend to talk about it a lot, either this or UFOs, or actually, do you know what, the UFO thing is kind of gone to the side with it. I'm more talking about the Mandela effects, and then you try to, I wouldn't say indoctrinate, but try to kind of convert them more. Says, "But do you see what I'm saying? Do you remember this?"
Oh yeah.
And they're going, "Yeah, I do." And then they come up with some half-assed excuse. Oh, well, this is why it's changed. It's documented. I said, well, you show me the documents. So then, okay, all right, okay. So maybe that might, like the Kit Kat and all this kind of crap and all the branding, that might have changed and might be on their website. But you explain to me why the Statue of Liberty had a different fucking hand up and she was holding the book with another hand. You tell me why it's changed from Liberty Island or from Ellis Island to Liberty Island. You tell me that. You tell me why the global changes and all. And they stand there stunned, going, "What?" And I says, "Okay, you tell me where the heart is." And they go, well, "Here, it's right to the left." I says, "Yeah, okay, it's not. It's in the middle." Okay, and you ask them questions without leading them, and then they get a bit confused. But then they revert back to, "Oh, do you know what I done last week?" And I go, "Do you know what? I can't even be bothered. Let's have another point." Do you know that it's kind of it does kind of take up a bit of your time, all right. Says, I can't bloody pronounce these names. I wish you can pronounce these. Sven Stilnate. Max Mova. We call you Mova. Hi, sorry, I really, I'm crap at reading these names. Hello, welcome to the show, and thanks for being here. Uh, yeah, it's great to have you here. What other bits and pieces do you have there, residue wise, and we'll see if we can shock some people.
Yeah, 1 second. I'll just bring it up. I've got some more. Where's the ones? I'll try to find it. Ah,
Go for it. Who that?
this one.
Who that?
Voodoo Child.
Oh, Voodoo Chili.
Yeah, that's a strange one, isn't it?
And it doesn't have two L's in it either, does it?
No, it doesn't. It's only child. It's pronounced child. You know, but I've never seen that version before of Voodoo Child. You know,
It doesn't have. It's not child. Yeah, it's not child. It's child. Child.
Yeah,
that's weird.
You know how the deep south say it. Let's go, child.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I don't know. But
still, I've never seen that.
I've noticed as well with the Red Hot Chili Peppers, they lost an L as well, didn't they, out of their name?
No, they never had. Those had one L.
Did it? Are you sure?
And that was just a mistake on the concert. So some buffoon double L instead.
Okay.
I was at that concert and I was just laughing my head off when I saw it.
Okay.
So,
okay, that's a weird one. I picked up a book there during the week called Remembering the Future. The New York's World Fair from 1939 to 1964.
Yeah.
As you know, with that, there's they put all these up and they were meant to be made of plaster Paris. Some people said they were going to be permanent, and some people said that they weren't meant to be permanent. And they actually ripped them all down, and you can see that they were actually made of concrete and not made of plaster Paris.
Yeah.
Which is weird. But there's some really interesting stuff. Anyway, let's go with this. What are we looking at? Oh,
when I was in Blackpool a couple of months back, and when I took the picture, I had this weird glitch on it. Can you see it?
No, I can't. What's the glitch?
Yeah, right there. It's just a weird glitchy pattern. Yeah, you can see it now.
All right. Yeah.
And I went back to the same place the next day, and the store completely disappeared because I wanted that, and I wanted that little bottle cap as well. So I just wanted the two flags of the Route 66 with the red underneath the blue, and I couldn't find the store again, which was quite strange because the store just completely.
See the Coca-Cola one? Does she have a dash?
Yeah, she does, unfortunately.
The other one, go to your right. This
one, that one there.
Yeah, that one there. Zoom in on her and see if she's got a dash. Of course, she'll have a dash. She will now because I said it.
Yeah, there you go. It's dash.
Yeah, I see the one there with the red. How many stars is there? Probably 5, 6. Route 66.
Yeah.
Route 66. There's a.
Yeah, but can you see the glitch now in the image?
Yeah, it's like as if. Yeah, you're like stuck between two realities.
Look at it, it goes right up the top.
What the hell? Are you sure you didn't wipe your camera or something?
Nope, I didn't. I've still got the image on my camera.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's there's some sort of anomaly with that one, alright, isn't there? That's definitely.
Yeah, you can see right all the way up now, can't you?
Yeah, I can see it now. Yeah, once you point it out, yeah, I can see the glitch in it now.
I can say this. When I went to the store the next day, the store was nowhere to be found. It was like a whole block was just missing.
Hold on there 1 sec. Take the red pill is heading on. She said, "Have a nice day." Have a nice day. You too. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hold on there. Let me just read this. I don't believe in particle world. Quantum is BS. That's from Mova. I can't pronounce your name. Sorry about that. Imagine yourself limitless and immortal. Yeah, quantum immortality. Yeah, definitely. You die in this world, you wake up in another one. Yeah, I've died 101 times. God knows how many times.
I probably died a million times then.
Yeah, I remember. I'm not going to get too much into it, but yeah, definitely. I've had some bad times where I've went to the dark side, would you say, or thought I was in the dark side, and then realized, like, you know what, it's just a dream. And then woke up and go, actually, something's changed here. I feel better, and I don't actually have that pain that I used to have. So I'm in a different body. But then again, you know, that's what it is. That's just part of the.
Well, I feel more chilled out these days. You know what I mean?
So do I. It kind of comes in waves with me anyway. I don't know with other people, but it comes in waves with me of being, you know, submerging yourself into it. Then you get too much into it, and then you're like, you know, I need to sort of step out, and you turn off your Wi-Fi, you turn off all your devices, and you stick on a shitty movie or with a DVD, so you have everything off, and you kind of feel a little bit refreshed. But there's always that thing in the back of your mind, you know what, who's commenting on what, and that just, there's your addiction for you there, you know. There's your, you know, that's what your whole Facebook thing and your whole, you know, on your internet is. Whether you're getting signals from your Sky fucking broadband box or your internet box or whatever, God knows what it is. But it's a weird feeling that you feel like, oh, do you know what, I feel like I should be doing something else rather than watching a movie. But you know, that's just maybe part of the condition of being human. You know, I want to be doing something. I don't know.
There you go. You can clearly see there's two images over one there, can't you? I mean, you see the Jack Daniels there and the coffee, and it's like it's overlapping.
Yeah, it looks it looks like it's it's there's definitely some sort of anomaly in that picture, alright. Yeah, definitely.
It's like I didn't see it with the naked eye. I just just thought it was cool bottle caps, and I wanted to get a couple the next day. You know, but unfortunately, store didn't exist anymore. Sadly, you know.
Dominic just heading off a bit. See you later, Dominic. Sorry, I'm just reading that as you're going along.
I know that.
Helen's going on as well. So maybe the red pill is still here. Sorry, I might have read that wrong. I'm sorry, I'm crap at reading on a small bloody computer screen. But so let's see what else we can pull up. I sent you a few bits of residue there today. That if you can go with the no, don't worry about that. That's obviously you said that was crap. Don't do that to me, computer. Don't shut down. Show the picture of the book I picked up if you can.
I haven't got that on me at once.
No. That bottom picture there. Yeah, that's the one, right there. So if you zoom in on that, on the bottom of it, so that's old earth there, yeah. See the old earth. That's the old earth. Yeah. Now that's from the World Fair. There's loads of residue from the old earth. But see the way Flintstone is spelled. Is that the way it is spelled now, or is that a Mandela effect? I can't
that's the way it's spelled now. T. It's Flintstone now.
So the T is emerged. Maybe that came from something else, you know.
Yeah, to me it was without the T.
But you know, that's why I try not to get. If I see an effect, I'll go and find that effect without trying to find out too much information. Then when I find that effect, I'll go, is this an effect? And if it is, if I got residue here, and if I got residue here, then I'll figure it out. And then I go, okay, well, why did I get that residue? You know, it's a weird one. But as you can see, that's the old earth there. Not this book is full of old earth shit. I don't know where I picked it up. I picked it up. I do volunteering in a charity shop. I walked in as I was walking past the shop. I just went in to say hello, see how you're doing, if you needed anything moved or anything like that, because it's mostly women that walk in there. Older women. As
always.
Yeah, it's all older women. And so I walked in and I asked, and then this lad came in with a big bag of books, and apparently we're not taking books because we've got loads of books, because we just had a big people obviously getting rid of their stuff before Christmas, and this book came in, and it was the first book that went down on the counter. I picked it up straight away and I went, oh, that looks interesting. So I bought that straight away and brought it home, and you know, it's got the Uncle Sam hat in it, which is, you know, basically painted on a wall somewhere. I'm looking at it here, painted on a wall, with the Uncle Sam red and white stripe with the stars around it, which is, you know, it's a weird one. So why would that be in the World Fair? It never existed. Why would they put that up in the World Fair in the 90s?
Who knows?
That one is from the. Where is it from? What year is that one from? I don't think it actually says.
It looks like 1950s or something similar from that era.
No, but that picture you're looking at is near towards the back of the book. So at the beginning of the book, it starts in 1939, And as we get back to the further on, because at the beginning of this book, the first parts of it have all to do with, let me see, it's on about concept art for different ones, for, hold on there, let me just find out where this is. Oh God, hold on. It starts off with remembrance of Ferris's post. From the 30s to the 60s, the World's Fair in its own time. Something for everyone. Robert Moses and the fair. So that first picture of that hat is from, which one is it from? La 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 la. And I was just looking at it right there. And if I go look for it now, it's gone. Bollocks. Sorry for swearing.
It's all right.
It's all right. Well, yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
All right, mate.
It's all right, mate. It's all right. It's all right at the back. Nah, that's. I don't know where that came from. Yeah, bollocks. I can't find it now.
Yeah.
It's there somewhere. It's not. It's not from the 1961. I think it's from. I think it might be from an earlier version of the fair. Ah, bollocks. Stop looking at books, Mark. Yeah, this one here, this now I posted this one here, the Home Alone 1, 2, and 3, but this is obviously apparently 4, 5, and 6. Doesn't have Macaulay Culkin in it. Now, what you said these were just B movies that came out that carried on from they were more straight to DVD releases rather than the other ones.
Yeah,
right?
I think that's what's the matter with these, because I've never seen these actually either. So
Yeah.
I didn't know they made anymore.
Either did I, but some people do. But I thought I would have been a big movie buff. Thinking that I know a little bit about movies. God knows I've got over 1,000 DVDs. And maybe even more, and I've watched movies. Yeah, that's most of my pastime. Used to be on watching movies, but yeah, I never knew that there was 4, 5, and 6. So someone mentioned that to me in when I posted it, saying that that's definitely they remember them movies, that they were B movies, and they were launched in whatever year they were. But it just seems weird to me. I was looking on a website going, oh yeah, I was looking for a movie to watch myself, and this came up. I said, okay, that's weird. See, they find it everywhere.
Do you know Gracie's Choice there? One that's next to it on the left. There's something weird about the yin yang there.
The yin yang.
Yeah, on
red and white.
Yeah, but it's on the reverse side, though.
Okay.
Maybe that's changed as well.
Well, that's just maybe that could be just a concept of it. What can you zoom in on that one?
Yeah, I can. It would be blurred as hell.
No, but if you zoom in on it, but that's not a yin yang sign. That's lifetime or whatever it's called, isn't it? So it's not a yin yang sign. It's just if you look at it, see there's a dot beside it.
Yeah, it still looks weird.
It does look weird. And see the way Gracie's Choice has changed. You see Grace's with the apostrophe.
Yeah, that was never there.
Bridget Jones' Diary. Remember that change because that got Bridget Jones's. So that would actually be just Grace's with the apostrophe in it.
Yeah, that's it.
Maybe I don't know. That's just so yeah. That next one that you're going to talk to. Hi Reality Sliders. How are you? Bollocks is a fine word. Thank you. Great word. Thanks for choosing.
The British only get that one, like.
Excuse me. I have Irish Tourette's, by the way, which is great. So I picked this one up today. This is an interview with a vampire. I picked this up in a group today. Everyone, not everyone, but a lot of people remember being interviewed with a vampire. It's obviously an interview with the vampire now, the Vampire Chronicles. The Vampire Chronicles happened to appear on a VHS tape I picked up, and I'm like, oh wow, that's weird. And I didn't notice when I bought it in the shop. I just bought it because it said interview with the vampire. I said, you know what, that's something to do with the Mandela effect. I'm going to bring it home and just have it in the collection because that's what I collect. I collect residue. But then I noticed the Vampire Chronicles on. I'm like, what? I didn't notice that, and I posted that as well. But there's some definitely a lot of people out there remember it being
interview with a vampire.
Even Mr. Tom Cruise himself on the James Corden on
That's
the
correct.
Cruise on the Thames, he says it himself.
Yeah, on the Cruise on the Thames. Yeah. That's right.
Which is really weird. Thing to do. It's like he's like sticking his little finger up that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
that's that. Maybe. Do you think James Corden is? Do you think he's affected? Because he has, he has. Didn't he have Tom Hanks on doing the parody as well?
Yeah, he did. He said life is, and then he says life was. I think there's two different versions of that show. I think somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just. I think there's so many. There's definitely a lot of celebrities that are affected, and just they're not going to come out and say, yeah, of course the Mandela effect is real, because it's not around their fucking careers.
The only person that did come out with it is that fella from who played that Shazam DC character, Levy.
He did. What's his name? Roddy Doyle came out with. He obviously done the film yesterday. He came out with it. He didn't say the Mandela effect is real as such, but he came out with the whole film yesterday. And then you have that Hamish Patel lad, that's the actor in it, that done the whole thing on the Graham Norton show that asked Sir Alec or Sir Ian McKellen, is it fly my pretties or fly you fools, or is it run you fools? Live or not live, but on a live show that was recorded on a Wednesday that went out on a Friday. Asking that simple question: is it fly you fools or run you fools on live TV? And Ian McKellen said it's fly you fools. So, he brought it to the attention of people who were affected. That I stopped that, recorded straight away, put it on my channel straight away. And that one has, it's a shitty recording. I'm very, very sorry it's a shitty recording. But that clip that I put up on my channel has over 900 views on it.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, how the hell? How did 900 people see this video that I put up? And every other video that I have on my channel, I've got like maybe 10 or 15. Well, I've got a few that might be 40 or 50, but it's just weird that if a celebrity comes out and says all this, maybe we should all get together, right, and see if we can find, some of us has to know, because there's always a 7 degrees or 6 degrees of separation. I've always known it as 7 degrees of separation. You're always related to or know someone that's either famous or was famous or in the. We should get to an actor. If we can contact some sort of big celebrity and ask him, what do you remember? Give him the quiz, give him the option of A or B questions and go, listen, it's A or B, which do you think? Not record him as such or whatever, but then say, okay, so you believe this stuff. Are you willing to come out and say it, or whatever? But that means that we're all going to have to do legwork and see if we can get some sort of celebrities to do that. Now, walking around London, I'm sure you can find a few celebrities that would probably you'd bump into on a daily basis. And I'm not sure about where you are. I know there's some certain places in London you can go and find loads of celebrities. And I'm sure
we only got Ant and Deck up here. Unfortunately.
Yeah, they're never there. They're down here with one of these Simon Cowell, Sucking Cock.
Exactly. We got nobody.
No, you have what's his name? That footballer lad, don't you?
Who?
Gaza. Was he not from up there, was he?
To be perfectly honest, he's a total. And
then there was it not Alan Shearer? Is he not from up there?
Yeah, but he's not around here anymore. Like I said, we've got nobody up here, mate. Except Little Mix.
A Little Mix. Rob, off. Cheers for coming in. Hopefully you come back later on. Thanks very much for tuning in, Rob Stoner. Reality Sliders said Jim Carrey messaged him. Telling you what, if I knew where he lived, I'd be at his door asking him.
Yeah. I'll be good.
If I was in Hollywood, I'd be a fucking terrorist. And I'd probably be a real bad terrorist because I have an Irish accent, but I'd be still terrorizing all these people going, excuse me, would you openly say, hello, this is the Mandela effect and the Mandela effect? I'd be doing them, the tours that they do all around Hollywood, to the star sales. I'd be getting off every 2 minutes going, I just want to ring this bell and ask them, do you know about the Mandela effect? And I'd say I'd probably be in some prison in America right now, probably for stalking celebrities. But it's like a dog to the bone. I'd be like, here, listen, I need to know. I'd be asking as many people as I could. Now, I do know where there are a few
celebrities where they do hang out, because there are some certain clubs and whatever, and I'm sure if you follow them on Twitter, they fucking tell you exactly where they're going before they go there anyway. They post themselves, here, I'm at this club or I'm at that club, and look at me and look at my beautiful makeup, and I'm not photoshopped, and I'm not this and I'm not that. But
Hey, you know something? I've spotted something on this little article that you sent me.
go on.
I don't know if you noticed this, but on the top line, interview with a vampire, it's got a dash on it and it's leading to the next line, which is correct way of doing it. And then if you go on the bottom part, it just says interview with a vampire with no.
Yeah, I think
Trying
it's
on the
because
next-
it's like it might be. They've done obviously. It's two different news clippings put together in one. So
Yeah,
they're obviously two different news clippings put into the one sort of clip. Which I didn't. This was shared on a group that I'm in. So it could be just a font on the top. That little dash there in between Vam and Pyre. Just because could be the font. I don't think it's going to be maybe we can make it a Mandela effect if we keep talking about it.
yeah,
Well,
that's it.
Yeah, I think just because it didn't fit in the whole lot. But then again, if you look at it, it probably would. But then I don't know. And then the interview with the vampire in the second one looks smaller. So
Yeah,
whether you
that's
use
it.
bigger
It's
font,
probably a different size font, I would think.
yeah, different font, different papers. So if you look on the first one is from the Daily Gazette, I think.
Yeah.
If you can go on, and then the second one, I don't know. It just says at cinema. If you
Telegraph.
go to the bottom, Telegraph. So there are two different clips from two different papers.
Yeah,
So
I
it's,
believe that's 1984.
That's
Is it?
2nd of November 1994. Yeah, that's the top
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Wow, what? Yeah, no, November 11. Yeah. Go figure that
So,
one out.
man, reality Story said, let's track him down. I tell you, if you find his address on Google, and next time in America, I will go to his house. Absolutely, no problem. I know that he in his house he has this place out the back of his house. I don't know if you've ever seen him do a tour of his house. Kind of like, it's not like cribs or anything like that, but he has this I don't know what you call it. Not like a teepee, but similar to a teepee where he goes and meditates every day. So
Yeah.
I'd probably lay there, in the grassy knoll there beside his his yoga tent, and I whisper, "Do you know about the Mandela effect? You have to tell everyone. You have to tell everyone. You have to tell everyone." And just do some minimal stuff. But then again, I think he's done his best to tell everyone that Jim Carrey doesn't exist anymore because he's got an extra R in his name.
Yeah, I think a lot of celebrities are doing that at the moment as well, which changed their names.
Bandwagon, ain't it? This whole Mandela
Yeah.
effect movie.
Yeah, because that's another thing I want to talk about. The new Mandela Effect movie that's coming out. Will it be good for us or will it be bad for us? Do you think?
You know what? Now, this Mandela Effect movie that's coming out, how many trailers are out now? Two? Is it 2 trailers?
Yeah, it's on the second trailer, I think.
I haven't watched either. I've watched about 20, maybe about 30 seconds of the first one, and I think about 10 seconds, maybe 30 seconds of the second one as well, because I don't want to ruin the movie before I go into it. I just know
Yeah.
it's either going to be shit or it's going to be good, one or the other, and it's either
Yeah.
going to be shit for us or going to be good for us. Now, if you look at the good point of it, I suppose it's going to be where we're going to get these celebrities are going to come out and go, yes, I actually believe in it, and it might go down that way. So we might not have to go to Jim Carrey's house. It'd be great if he just came to our house, But
Yeah, it would be.
it might get a lot of celebrities coming out and going, do you know what, I agree with this, or you'll probably see in the comments, you'll probably see in the when it's opening, you might have celebrities going to it or whatever, and they might actually do the red carpet thing and talk about it and this, that, and other, which I suppose can only be good for us in one case, but you're going to get a lot of people just jumping on and going, oh, do you know what, I'm only here to debunk you. You're going to get a lot of trolls, you're going to get a lot of this, you're going to get that. But through that, hopefully, we might get just maybe a handful of people who are great investigators who actually have answers that we haven't heard before, because
Yeah.
there's a lot of people out there with all these different theories, and we all have our own theories as well that we keep locked up in our little fucking minds that we don't tell anyone, and but someone might come out with a different perspective. Now, I'm not saying that anyone else's theories are wrong or right or whatever, but it's kind of like something I heard. If the truth is to be told as to be understood, it will be believed. So if someone can tell you, explain something to you in a fashion that you will understand it perfectly, you will believe it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But
it.
that also goes with a lie as well. If you tell someone a convincing lie that they will understand a lie, they'll believe it as well. But with celebrities, because they've got so much status, no matter if they're telling lies or they're telling the truth, people are going to jump on the bandwagon because they've got supporters all over the world, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I think it could be good for us. Now, I have purposely not watched that because I don't want to ruin the movie, because I'm going to watch it when it comes out anyway, and then fucking probably do a video or whatever on it then. But there is a lot of hype about it, and definitely there was someone mentioned about another movie today. What is it called? Let me see. How am I fucking other one here? It's about alternative realities. Some fella has a key to an
Yeah,
alternative universe. Hold on, I
yeah,
have
I've
it
seen
on my.
that post. I can't remember who did
I have
it.
it on my. It's actually, you can actually download, or not download. You can watch it today if you want. I can give you the address. It's called Another Version of You. Now it's let me just read the description of it. So it's it's an adventure fantasy romance, right? So Digsby, I don't know, fucking names, has been in
Bixby,
love.
I think.
No, it's Diggsy, Diggse Elson has been in
Isn't
love
that
with
the
this Suzette.
doctor from British Star Trek Enterprise?
I don't know. It's not. No, this is just his name in the film. It's not actually a person. So it stars Christopher Went, C.J. Perry, Sarah Antonio, and I can't pronounce your name. But so let me just read the description. So has been in this led Benny in love with this girl since he was a boy. When Suzette gets married to another man, Digby meets a stranger and offers him an unbelievable gift: the unusual possibility of finding another Suzette. So the offering comes in the form of a key, which opens doors to a parallel universe. Now there you go. Now I've seen the trailer. Well, as I said, the trailer. I've watched about 10 seconds of it, 20 seconds of it, because I don't have the fucking brain power to watch this shit. Because I know I'm just being indoctrinated. When you start watching all these clips, yeah, it just pushes shit into your brain, and you don't want that shit. Anyway, it looks like this could be, on the bandwagon of let's go down the alternative realities route as well. But it looks like it could be interesting. But if anyone wants to watch it, it's actually up on the site called soaptoday.com. That's SOAP2, which is the number 2, and then DAY.com. I'm not going to put it in the comments, because when you put yokes in the comments for other web addresses and stuff like that, it tends to not come up. So if anyone wants to watch that movie right now, it's going. Not right now, wait till we're finished, please. Another Version of You. It might be good. It's got 6.7 from IMDb. So it could be a good movie. Now, it's funny enough, if you go down on the page on this website, it says similar movies, right? So you have Earth to Echo, which is a similar movie. I don't know how that is.
Yeah.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, which is apparently a similar movie, which is obviously about time travel. Now You See Me Too, which is a weird one, and Santa Claus the movie. Now, Santa Claus the movie, Claus, which is apparently used to be spelled with an E. Some
Yeah,
people say.
It did.
But
I remember it.
that is apparently, and I'm not trying to debunk this or even, because people memories, you can't debunk the Mandela effect. People memories are different, but that could be a regional thing. Because Santa Claus the movie doesn't have S on the end of it. Now maybe it did, and maybe that changed as well. But anyway, that's just my thought. I don't remember with an E, but maybe I spelled it with an E. My grammar is shit. My spelling is even worse. Writing is even worse. But it is. I kind of write shorthand because I'm just lazy.
Actually, shorthand
But
is actually a thing. It has been used for quite a while now.
Yeah,
but
typewriter being brought out. It used to be used before the typewriter was brought out, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The secretaries would be trained in it.
Yeah. It's, if you show somebody shorthand now, you'll think, "What the hell is that?" and they'll just dump it. You know.
So Reality Starter says she's tracking him down. She's on the case. Kerry. Hey, I don't like the looks of that movie at all. Yeah, it's kind of, that's what I said. I'm not gonna dive right into them and give you comments on what I think of the movie, because I haven't watched the fucking trailer. And it's not because I am not interested. I'm very interested, but I just don't want to alter my thoughts of what I'm thinking now just by watching a clip on the movie. That might alter my thoughts of what the Mandela effect is on totally, which I don't really want to, you know. So it's a weird one. It's a weird one, you know.
Yeah.
What else have we got there? Any more?
I think that's we should wrap it up for tonight, because we don't want to go on and on and on, because we'll have to save something for the next show, stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, there's already 2 people in now, you know, so we might as well just close it up, you know, for now.
Call it an evening. Yeah, listen.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for joining us.
Thanks a lot.
Really appreciate it. Please jump over to my channel if you want to, and subscribe if you're not already, or just check out my videos, whatever you want. Reality Starter says, carry on. We could, we'd love to, but we've been on an hour, and if I get onto a tangent, we could be here till tomorrow.
Yeah, we're good. And I'm only allowed to broadcast for 5 hours, you know.
Yeah, so we call it an evening, but I just wanted to say something before we go. You know, it's with this, you know, we need to sort of step away from our you know, our screens for a bit. I'm sure a lot of you will probably agree with me. We do need to step away from our screens and sort of go outside and feel the outside world, because, you know, all you're doing is getting information from a 4-inch screen at the moment, and that's where you seem to get your, well, not everyone gets their information, but a lot of people get their information from just screens. But if you go out into the outside world, there's so much residue out there. There's so much changes that you just, you know, when you go out with one thing in mind, you'll see it straight away. But it's just, you know, let's stop looking into our phones for even a couple of hours, and let's get outside and let's go and talk to people, and let's go and interact with people. You know, it's part of life, you know. And also, a PayPal account. If you want to pay my pal, most of my pals are homeless. So if you meet a homeless person on the street, give them £1 or £2, and that's how you pay my pal. That's just a quick message for everyone. You know,
Yeah.
that's living rough and whatever, you know, hard times and stuff like that. That's my PayPal. That's my pay a pal. They're all my pals. I was homeless myself, so yeah, let's go get them £1 or £2 rather than, you know, doing whatever. Yes. So Burgos, hello family. You've just tuned in at the very end. I'm very, very sorry, but you know, you can replay it all, and thank you very much. We're going to call it an evening, and Matthew, thanks very much for having me on your channel. I know I talk a lot, but you know, it is what it is. And as always, it's great. It's great, and you know, I love chatting with you. We have some great banter.
Oh, definitely. We always do, don't we?
Yeah, that's what it's all about, man. Life experiences. All right, listen. Thanks very much, man. I'll let you say the final word. You do
Right,
Jerry. Final thoughts.
Thanks for joining us, and I'll see you on the next show.
Good night, folks.